Greetings to all Nigerians across the globe, live from Concosia Reporters TV Nigeria here. We welcome you all to the show where we tag Nigeria unity, and which will be our today topic as ethnicity and how it affects national development and politics. So here in the studio, my name is Comrade Ibrahim Okwayemi Oyele. As you can see, I'm a Yoruba man. Here with me, I have an Hausa man in the studio as a colleague. Kindly let the Nigerian know.
Okay, I'm Comrade Yusuf Dankanjiba from Katsina State.
Comrade Yusuf Dankanjiba from Katsina State, as you can see, is a car Hausa man. I also have another comrade in the studio with me. Nigeria knows so well.
I am Comrade Moyo Ndubisi from Enugu State, typical Igbo man.
Wow. You can see he even use typical, he put typical there, as he is a typical Igbo man, right from Enugu State. Now, as you can see, ethnicity and then as it can come and then sensitive disturbance to national development and politics. Comrade Dankanjiba, what do you say to historical background of ethnicity in Nigerian politics and development?
While the history of Nigerian government and politics cannot be complete without the issue of ethnicity in Nigeria. Ethnicity has a background right from the colonial era. When you trace the historical antecedent from 1956 to 1957, the National Conference in 1956, and the establishment of Saheli Williams Commission of Inquiry in 1957 to visit or to make an inquiry into the minorities agitation. It is a clear manifestation of mutual peer suspicion between various ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, which we believe that as long as this issue is not addressed, the transformation of our political system may be extremely difficult, if not impossible. As
you're saying now, according to historical fact, that it has been long that ethnicity is still been killing the development of this country. Comrade Ndubisi from Enugu State, what's your view on this?
When we look at ethnicity in Nigerian government and politics, we cannot overemphasize it because it's eaten deep inside the bone marrow of Nigerian development. The problem here is ethnicity. And the people we are even copying from, which are the Americans, we are not as heterogeneous as they are. Americans are too heterogeneous, just like Nigeria. But why is it that they are developing while we are stagnant? The issue is just the problem. We cannot solve this ethnicity issue because our leaders don't even want us to solve it. Not that they don't, not that it cannot be solved, but they don't want.
Why didn't they want us to solve the problem?
Because of their own selfish interests. Karl Marx always said that. Karl Marx, and quoted by Marcus Garvey, said that in every society there are always the hewers of wood and suppliers of water, which form the substratum of the society. And in this, these political leaders will never, they don't even want this ethnicity to be solved, because with that they can bifurcate the society, balkanize society, and divide us among our ethnic background, and therefore start exploring and exploiting the things that we don't know.
Can we now say the politicians in this country, that because our leaders are the ones that are using ethnicity as an instrument to destabilize the organizational development in this country?
Yeah. I can say vividly that the political leaders are the ones that don't want it to stop. They will just preach. Love one another, see your neighbor as Nigerian first, change begins with me, but change never begins with them. You know, when the water spoils from the head, from the top, the spoilage of the water must get to the dam. And therefore, since the thing started from the political leader, let the sanitation start from them. Let it start from them. And when you see that your leader is leading is the arrowhead that leads the fight, you cue in. But this one, take for instance, a presidential aspirant will always campaign in his region based on his ethnic background. Like in Igbos, what is generating, I'm an Igbo man from Enugu, but what is generating heat now is that we need presidency, Southeast need presidency, irrespective of the capability, whether it is there or not. Have you seen that the leaders are now trying to bring consciousness of the Igbos, that they are being marginalized or this or that? But me, I think meritocracy should follow. If an Hausa man can go for it, can really save us, let him go for it. If a Yoruba man or if an Igbo man. But these political leaders don't even want this general citizen to hear about
based on that submission, I think, Comrade Duncan Jiwa, how does this ethnicity affect?
I would like to add more light on what Comrade Ndibusi Tango is saying.
Okay.
The problems of Nigeria, the issue of this ethnicity, why is it becomes a canker in the Nigerian political system, is that most of our problems centered around political leadership. Because if the leaders are doing what is right for the Nigerians, believe me, within a very short period of time, Nigerians will forget about their differences. If the system is working properly, there's a kind of equal economic distribution of economic resources within the political system. Everybody has equal opportunity. The Nigerians are being served without fear or favor. No issue of saying, like what he's saying, he's talking about merit. I believe that if everything will go accordingly, the political leaders are doing the right things at the right time and in the right place. The issue of ethnicity,
security challenges is present in Nigeria presently. I think ethnicity isn't related to this security unconsciousness according to what is going on ground. Harassment, famous Yorubas and Fulanis, abductors and all of that. So what do you see to ethnicity interference in these security challenges in this country?
There's an element of ethnicity in the issue of this, let me see, I can even call it, because it's a political problems. It's a logical outcomes of mutual suspicion between various ethnic nationalities. If to say there's a poor economic, there's a good economic condition within the horizontal dimension of Nigerians, I believe that the issue of saying you didn't belong to this, you didn't belong to that, it will no longer exist. Saying Fulani, or for example, Fulani, they should not migrate from one place to another, is an element of ethnicity. Which is a clear manifestation of poor political leadership and unequal distribution of economic resources in the system. So for this to be when you look at all these problems, they centered around political leadership. So I believe that for Nigeria to change, Nigeria needs a political leader, a man of vision, a man that combines mission and dreams with reality. A man that can serve without fear or favor, can deal with most of this issue of ethnicity, because ethnicity has, in fact, affected all human endeavor in Nigeria, which made it difficult for the system to
Thank you for this submission concerning these security challenges in the country. One of the most challenging issues in the country right now. Economically, ethnicity in Nigeria, Comrade Ndibusi, in a few seconds, how do you think it's affecting our economic development?
You know, any country that is being grown out of perceived marginalization by a particular ethnic background will always land themselves in what I can call frustration and aggression. And the theory of frustration and aggression states that in any perceived marginalization, the end point of it is the particular people involved being frustrated. And in order to react over the frustration, they must be aggressive. And take, for instance, the Southerners, they are saying that the authoritative allocation of societal value, which is oil, that they are demanding for much more percent. And unfortunately, they are not getting it. What do you want them to do? They are becoming frustrated. And now, the only way Nigerian government listening to public opinion is, I think, sorry to say it, but I think when some of their property is flaming, then they must go there and listen. Which is not how it's supposed to be. Look at Boko Haram, what it's doing in Northeast. Look at Hedas. Look at Hedas crisis. And all these things, I think when the economy is being distributed authoritatively based on what is due to a particular ethnic group, the society will become and no much violence.
Thank you very much for this submission on economic development. As you're watching us live from Congosia Reporters TV, Nigeria here, we're discussing on ethnicity and how it affects national development and political system in the country.